Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Xanthe Naomi if you're new, and in today's video I'm going to be walking you through how I bleach and pluck my frontal wigs. I bought this beautiful unit from Asteria Hair and I absolutely love the curl pattern. With the hair they sent over a few goodies, and I received an edge band, which is amazing for that ultimate melt, a wig cap, and a guide on how to take care of the hair. So this is how the unit looks, and I'm so sorry guys because this angle is not doing the hair justice. This is a 250% density and you can definitely see that this wig is full, okay? It is also 32 inches and has HD lace. Girl, look at that lace, okay? It's giving, and I can't wait to install this unit. The wig comes with 3 combs, 1 in the back and 2 in the top, like most wigs do. However, I always remove the 2 at the front because I have no use for it. But I keep the 1 in the back because it helps with securing my wig down. To remove the combs, I just take my little scissors and cut the part of the comb that's sewn down. Be careful when you're doing this because guys, you do not want to cut the lace. Usually if you cut a small piece and pull, it comes right off. So moving on to the bleaching process, whenever I bleach my units, I always use BW2 powder and a 30 volume developer. But for everyone, the developer is different based on preference. I've used 40 and 20 and they both work. It just depends on how long you want to wait for the bleach to actually, bleach the knots. So the first thing I do is take less than a cupful of bleach and pour it into a bowl. I'm only bleaching the frontal, so a lot of bleach isn't needed. Next, I add some developer, but not too much guys. You don't want the consistency to be liquidy because you want the same consistency like as mayo or toothpaste so that when you apply it to the frontal, it isn't leaking through. And I'm so proud of myself because that was the first time I ever poured the exact amount needed. And if you know, you know. Now I'm just mixing it and making sure that the consistency is exactly right and how I want it to be. Now it's time to apply the bleach to the frontal. I'll be using a butter knife to apply the bleach because it just helps apply it evenly throughout the frontal. When you're applying the frontal, you want to make sure you're getting the entire frontal and making sure that it isn't leaking through to the hair itself. You also want to be sure that you're not pressing too hard when applying. Some pressure is good, but don't press too hard or it will leak through, guys. So be extremely careful and patient with yourself. to be honest with you, this lace really didn't need to be bleached. Like, it was fine the way it was, but to give it that ultimate melt, I decided to bleach it. And also based on preference, I always bleach my wigs. After I'm done applying the bleach to the entire frontal, I'm gonna wait about 30 minutes for it to bleach. I would recommend you guys check in every 15 to 20 minutes to see how it's doing and to make sure that it isn't over bleaching. When I did this, it took me about 40 minutes until I washed it out. After I'm happy with how it looks, I'm going to wash the bleach out with warm water, and then I'm going to wash the frontal with this neutralizing shampoo conditioner. This is just going to make sure that the bleach process stops and removes all the bleach. And then I'm going to wash the frontal with this Shimmer Lights Shampoo Blonde and Silver, and this is just going to tone the brassiness of the bleach down. And I usually leave that on for about 5 minutes and then wash it out. You want the wig to look as natural as possible, so doing this step is necessary. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this bleaching? Like, I didn't over bleach or anything, and I love that for me. Next, I'm going to add the wig onto a wig head, but first placing a white towel underneath so I could better pluck the frontal. Now it's time for me to pluck this unit. I'm going to take my rat tail comb. What do you guys call this comb? I've always grown up calling it a rat tail comb. Anyway, I'm going to take my comb and push back the hair so it's neat while plucking. And then I'm also going to part the baby hairs out because that part is already plucked. Next, I'm going to take my tweezers and start plucking. Now guys, to explain this is extremely hard, so please bear with me. What I do is hold the hair down and pull with my non-dominant hand. And I use my dominant hand to pluck with. I'm just plucking in a range at first, making sure that I don't stay in one area for too long, because then that would cause you to have a bald spot, and we don't want that. So like I said, I'm just plucking in one area and making sure that I don't stay in that one area for too long. I'm also plucking the front and also a little bit in the back. If you really pay attention, you can see what I'm doing. And I really hope that this makes sense. And if not, just look at what I'm doing and follow that. As I pluck, I also pull the hair back to make sure that it's doing what I want it to do. And after like a minute or so of plucking, I take the comb and comb the hair back to make sure that I'm liking how it's looking so far. Plucking isn't the easiest thing, guys. I've been doing it for almost 3 years and I'm still learning. You have to be patient with yourself and just keep trying. If you don't get it on the first go, that's fine, but you have to continue to practice so that you can actually learn how to do it. Remember guys, plucking is a preference. You don't have to pluck the same way that I do or as much as I do. That's just what I like and how I like my frontals to be. But you can do whatever you like. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the video and you guys can watch the process. I also forgot to mention that I find it so much easier to pluck when the hair is wet. You can do it while it's dry, but I just find that it's easier to deal with and to see the results when it's wet. Okay guys, so this is how the frontal is looking now that it's all nice and plucked, and I absolutely love it. I know that it may be looking thin, but that's just the towel underneath making it look like that. This is what I like. So this is how much hair I plucked out, and it's going to be a lot, guys. Don't be afraid to pluck that hair. It's normal for this much hair to come out, so don't be concerned if you see this much hair. Now that the hair is bleached and plucked, we want to make it look as flat and sleek as possible. I think this is my favorite part about customizing a wig. I decided to part this wig down the middle just to make it easy and for the sake of the video. I haven't decided if that's how I'm going to wear it as yet or if I'm going to change it. So I'm going to take my wax stick and apply it to the front of the hairline and also on top of the hair. Then I'm going to clean up that part and make sure everything is where it needs to be. And then I'm going to take my hot comb and make that hair flat, okay? Next, I'm going to take my Got2b spray and spray that on top of the hair. This is going to make sure the hair is flat and ensure that it doesn't go anywhere. If you guys don't have a hot comb, I definitely recommend you get one. This tool is a lifesaver and definitely changes the game. Remember, I'll have everything linked in the description box down below. So if you're curious about anything that I'm talking about in the video, any products, or the hair itself, I'll link it down below. Now for the front, I'm going to take my wax stick and push the hairline back. Then I'm going to take my Got2b and spray that on top of the part that I just sprayed the wax with. Then I'm going to wait about a minute for it to dry. I realized that if I don't wait for it to dry, then once I use my hot comb, I'm going to get like these little particles. But to avoid that, you just wait a minute for it not to dry completely, but just for it to dry a little bit. Then I'm going to take my hot comb and slowly and steadily comb the hair back. You want to be intentional when you're doing this because you're molding the hair basically. Like once you do this, the hair is not going to move. That hair, it don't move, okay? This is just going to give it that final sleek and clean look, and I know you guys are going to see it. Like don't lie to yourself. And this is how the hair is looking. Guys, I'm absolutely in love and cannot wait to install this unit. The lace is amazing and this whole process has been so easy. I think I took less than 20 minutes to pluck this wig, which is crazy to me. That's like a new record. I will be doing a video, like a whole video on how I install my lace wigs. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment down below, and please consider subscribing if you aren't already. Remember, I'll have everything in the description box down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.